I love cool looking monster designs, which yes might be a weird thing to hear me say, but hey ho, I'm trying something new today. Because you see, I'm in a good mood today, and I really want to just talk about something fun. And in addition to that, I've been on a little bit of a horror kick recently, which has really gotten me thinking about some great monster designs. And cartoons and animation, well, they're full of some great looking designs. And that's why in today's video, I want to talk about my top 10 favourite monster designs from cartoons and animation. There's a lot of different shows, movies, and monsters to talk about, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into it.
You killed the entire Simpsons, Morty! They're a beloved family, Morty! They're a national treasure and you killed them!
Okay, so at number 10, I've got Rick and Morty with their Cronenbergs. So yeah, the Cronenberg people are pretty disgusting, which really works well with the whole body horror genre. Seriously, the guys at Rick and Morty went all out with these designs. These creatures all look very twisted and broken, which works well for what the story's going for. And really, one thing that I actually enjoy about this design and this just whole monster type in general is just the fact that Rick really messed up. And what I mean by that is in a lot of Rick and Morty, we really don't see a lot of Rick's mistakes. But here in this episode with the Cronenberg people, we really get to see that. So yeah, Rick's not infallible, and he does occasionally fuck up, with the results being horrifying.
Guys, okay?
Physically, yes. Emotionally, I've got some work to do.
Okay, so yeah, there's no way that the Haunted Hotel wasn't going to land on this list somewhere. And honestly, I kind of had a little bit of a hard time picking one monster specifically for this list. The Haunted Hotel has got some great art direction to it. Its monsters, its characters, and its settings all look fantastic, which, like I said, made picking one entry for this list kinda difficult. Originally, I wanted to try and force the Ben clones into this list, just as a little bit of a joke, but of course I couldn't find a way to make that work when all the Ben clones look like this. So instead, I just started thinking about it a little bit more carefully, and I decided eventually that I was going to have to go with the Watermill Monster. This creature looks fantastic. Seriously, the colour work on this creature is amazing. The creature's got so many different colours, but not in a way that's annoying or confusing to read. Instead, all of these colours just really add to the design of this monster. And something else that I think really helps to make this creature look cool is just its shape. There's a lot going on with this creature and its tentacles and its limbs, and everything just comes together to make something that just looks so cool. This is another one from a show that just definitely had to get on this list somewhere. And well, here it is with the Amazing Digital Circus's Abstracted. Now, whilst I don't think that the abstracted forms of these characters looks all that interesting, I do think that they at least fit the story quite well. Also, the designs of these creatures are so simple that they can just be universally read as just, you know, a pretty bad thing to have happen to you. Also, something else that I really like about these creatures that a lot of the other creatures on this list don't have is just the fact that they are always moving. They're always glitching out and they're always changing colour, which I find really quite interesting. So yeah, whilst the abstracted aren't the scariest looking thing or the coolest looking thing, they do at least serve their purpose well in the show.
It's an eyeball stuck in the sleeve.
So when it comes to lists like these, there's a lot you could pick from when it comes to the Star Wars universe. However, today I've chosen to go with one particularly nostalgic choice, with that of course being the Zillo Beast from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. George Lucas with The Clone Wars wanted something to rival Godzilla but in the Star Wars universe, and well, he eventually got one. There's a lot that can be gleaned from the Zillo Beast in its appearances in both Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars: The Bad Batch. And honestly, the biggest thing that you'll get from it is just the fact that this creature is really cool. It's massive, it's indestructible, and it's somehow smarter than the entire Jedi Council, with it seemingly being the only being in the entire galaxy who can look at Palpatine and realise that this guy is bad news. And yeah, it's still a pretty big bummer that by the end of its debut in the Clone Wars, it never got to eat Palpatine.
Zuko, get over here! I want you to dance with me.
What?
Okay, so yeah, I know what some people are going to say. You can't call spirits monsters.
I disagree.
Because, I mean, look at this thing, it's horrific. And don't even try and lie about it, because I know that 100% of you all had nightmares when this episode first came out back in the early 2000s. Ko the Face Stealer is not an abomination, but is still pretty close. Which might sound mean, yeah, I know. But hey, I'm ranking monsters here, so really these are all compliments. Honestly, I just don't like centipedes or really anything with more than 4 legs in general. So this thing is disgusting and I hate it, but I also love it. Okay, so yes, I know, this is a video ranking monster designs, not architecture. But don't worry, because I found a loophole with this creature being both part architecture and part monster. Seriously, the Monster House movie is one of my all-time favourites. Yeah, I know it's clunky and the animation isn't that great, but still, it's just a really fun movie. And this monster design is just another one of those really fun designs that I really like to look back on. Seriously, there's a lot that could have been done with a monster design like this, and thankfully the movie takes full advantage of that. Also, another thing that I really enjoy about this monster design is just the fact that it does put a really interesting twist on the whole idea of the haunted house. So yes, this creature design is great, and hey, the Monster House is also still pretty fun. And if you haven't seen the Monster House, maybe go and check it out after this video.
And homework should be done as late as possible on a Sunday night in a state of desperation tinged with regret.
Strangely enough, Hilda is one of those shows that is beautiful, fantastically animated, and full of monsters. Seriously, I think that in Hilda's world you can't go 5 feet without stepping on either a monster or being stepped on by a monster. And really what I mean by that is just that Hilda as a series really goes against the norm and gives us a variety of different monster designs that come in all shapes and sizes. Honestly, when it comes to character designers putting monsters together, I think that the whole idea they really tend to focus on is just the fact that these creatures should be big. And yes, I'm not trying to say that that's a bad idea or that that's wrong at all. Instead, I'm just trying to say that I really do enjoy it when a character designer really tries to experiment with the shape and size of their creatures. And with that, I feel like I have to say that one medium-ish sized monster from Hilda that I really enjoy has to be the Spider Frog. I think that this creature is fantastic. It looks so cool. It really looks like a brilliant fusion of so many different ideas taken from so many other creatures. This thing looks great. It's animated fantastically, and it's used so well in the episode that it appears in. So really what I'm just trying to say here is that if you have a Netflix account, you should go and watch Hilda.
Uncle Stan, are you wearing a blindfold?
Nah, but with these cataracts, I might as well be. What is that, a woodpecker?
Yes, everybody, you can finally scratch this one off your bingo card. Because of course, my next choice is from Gravity Falls. And really, if you know me well at all, then you might already know what my choice is for this slot. Yes, that's right. With Gravity Falls, I've chosen the Changeling. What could I say about this creature? It looks really cool, and it's really well animated. Which is both true, it's also a changeling with a really cool power to take on the appearance of anybody it chooses. Which yes, again is really cool. But honestly, my favourite thing about this creature just has to be the fact that he's voiced by Mark Hamill. Seriously, this guy's been everywhere playing a lot of my favourite characters growing up. So really the idea that he was going to make this list at all was pretty much a given. And just lastly, when it comes to this monster, he undoubtedly has to be the best thing in the episode that he appears in. Because of course, when we're not dealing with him, we're dealing with Dipper's crush on Wendy. Which honestly I think has to be my thing and a lot of other people's thing that they like the least about Gravity Falls. So yeah, the Changeling is great, Mark Hamill's great, and it's the best thing in the episode that it appears in. I still can't believe that I enjoy this Scooby-Doo movie as much as I do. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island has to be the best thing that the franchise has ever given us. And of course from that I think we've gotten the best designed monsters from Scooby-Doo as a franchise. Because not only do they look fantastic, but they're also really fantastically well animated. And yeah, another thing that I really like about these creatures is just the fact that werewolves have been so well defined recently that it's also just left a lot of room for experimentation when it comes to other creatures like the WereCat. And this movie, I think, does really well to kind of experiment with that idea and give them a new kind of story. Something else that I really enjoy about these creatures is just the fact that when it comes to werewolves, a lot of people really have a good sort of idea about what to expect. However, when it comes to creatures like WereCats, I think that people are a little bit more excited by their appearance. When you go into a film like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, you don't really know what to expect, which makes the whole reveal so much more memorable.
Keep the change!
Okay, and I know what people are going to be saying with my final choice for this video, but I'm sorry. This guy, this creature, he just looks too cool. Emperor Belos is the best thing to come out of Disney TV animation in years. He's menacing, he's creepy, he's colourful, and he's got a super cool and interesting shape, which all combines to create one really interesting and really creepy looking character, and I love it. And no, I'm still not over the fact that Disney cancelled this show so abruptly. However, I am glad that Dana Terrace, the show's creator, has moved on to bigger and better things. So everybody, that was 10 of my favourite monster designs from cartoons and animation. I think that all of these guys look at least a little creepy and a little cool. So please, everybody, leave me a comment in the comment section down below telling me what you thought about these characters and creatures. Also, don't be afraid to let me know what you thought about my ranking of them. And lastly, don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe and comment. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.